Hey, what's up, Billy? Plywood, what's up, man? So, here are the bowls we made earlier today. This is Argentinian Osage Orange. I love that thing. That is, I think I'm keeping this one. That's a neat one. And we made the zebra wood too. I like both of these. Pretty cool. Thanks, Billy. So, we're just waiting for the hot glue. This was a cutting board. It's actually been in the shop for over a year, just kind of hanging around. And it had this knot. I never knew what to do with it. So, we're gonna make that into a couple of bowls, and it's really curly, so it's got some good chatoyancy on that ash. It's ash and then sapele. So let's cut these corners off, and we're gonna glue it up in just a second. We're waiting for that glue to. Glad to have you, Plywood. But yeah, we're gonna let that glue heat up, and then we're gonna glue it on. What's up, Marcus? What are you doing, man? Marcus is in the house. I think we're gonna make, man, that's gonna be a pretty one. Heat that glue up. What's up? What's up? Hey, Ibrahim. All right, it's pretty warm. Let's give that a couple minutes. Todd, what's up, man? Let's go make something while that glue's setting. So we got about 5 minutes. So let's find a spindle. Let's see what we can do. Hey, Cremo. Well, let's see what we got. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Not enough snacks. That's a good bad habit. Uh-oh, are you on that Whatnot app? I got a buddy that's on that Whatnot app and buys a lot of silver. Oh, that's not good. Well, we're switching gears. Let's go get that bowl started. There we go. Hello, hello. Hey, thanks so much, Littlefoot Silver. All right, let's make a bowl. This is a cutting board, but it's been sitting in my shop forever. It's so I thought I'd make a bowl, 2 bowls out of it. Why not? Let's go. Like button activated. Thanks, guys. I think earlier today I got like 160 likes or something. It's pretty awesome. Appreciate you guys. So let's get this thing round first of all. Hey, thanks, mechanic. Appreciate that, man. Almost round, almost. Hey, John, how's it going? see if we got rid of that flat spot. All right, it's looking roundish. Let's shape this thing. Let's try to add a little character on the side. Let's see. Here's my other one. Let's see. Kind of like that shape. Simple. I think simple is elegant. You don't always need to go crazy shapes. Let the wood do the talking. I mean, I like just that little rounded lip. Now let's get this cleaned up because this is a rough surface. Let's see if we got all that tear out. Oh my gosh, look at that grain, y'all. I don't know if you can see that. That is freaking crazy. That is gorgeous right here. Oh man, that ash is great. Okay, no, we did good. That's a great cut. I just sharpened that gouge earlier today. So I'm gonna clean this up on the bottom a little more. Wow. All right, I'm excited about this one, y'all. Pretty neat. Thanks for hanging out with me. You know, I like it so much. We're going to go ahead and move into the bowl. We're going to start hollowing because I like that. I like it a lot. I mean, there's a country song about it. I like it. I love it, right? Thanks, Tom. Clinton Miller, what's happening? How you doing? All right, let's hollow. Mahalo. All right, all right. BK, you gotta have fun with it, right? Yeah, Clinton, this ash is very figured, so it's gonna really pop when we put some oil on it here in a little bit. He's back. Back again. I took too much off. There we go. Let's see what that's looking like. Yeah, not too bad. Let's keep going. Let's see what we can do here. You know, we're not going to go too deep. I do know on my ash. Yes, I was. I need to make some more. I haven't made any since like February. All right, let's see what that looks like. Not too bad. We can still do a little better. Okay, let's keep going. It's looking pretty good. Hey, Sylvie, how's it going? Oh, man, that's looking good, y'all. Check that out. Heck yeah. All right, let's do some sanding. Man, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of, I'd probably call it a catch-all. Oh, I got some tear out I didn't notice. Yeah, we got to do a little better than that. Okay, we got to do better. Yeah, kind of like a catch-all is probably how I'd describe it. Yeah, I got more tear out than I realized. Hey, Clinton, I've been turning for like 6 or 7 years, but really this year I've been turning a lot on YouTube. So this year is by far, I've gotten most of my experience this year for sure. And Michael says, I'm always afraid the glue will give out. I'm using Gorilla Hot Glue. Yeah, Todd, I'm a week in, man. What's up? But the glue can hold out. But Todd gave me a tip this summer. Once we're done, we're going to squirt this with some isopropyl alcohol and give it about 8 or 9 minutes, and this will pull right off. So we're going to do this one, then pull the other bowl for the dish. But we have a lot of tear out, so we're going to have to go clean that up like right there. So we're going to bust out the bowl gouge again. It's got a lot of ridges. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. I'm not liking it. So let's switch to our other bowl gouge. Let's see if that gets it out. No, not really. Huh. I'm switching to carbide. Maybe I need to sharpen my tools because this looks like crap. Let me find my small scraper. Where did it go? Let's try the small scraper and see if it helps, because that tear out's horrible, y'all. I gotta fix that. Yeah. Todd, what have you been up to, man? Man, still not what I would hope for. That's, dang, it's a little, I was hoping for a lot better. Nice, man. I still need to try segmented bowls. Oh, cool, Todd. I think I'm going to have to just leave it there and start sanding really low because I can't get that tear out. Let's see what grit I've got up here. I'm going to start with some 80. Hate to do that, but I've got to. It's just not as good as I need it to be. So we're going to start with some 80. Hey, Johnny. Okay, that's better. Let me get this out. Oh, sorry. Hey, Cindy, how's it going? That's okay. That's not horrible. Now let's see if I can find some 100 grit. Let me grab some. I don't have a ton of 100 grit. Let me look. Let's see, 20. Here's some 120. That's hot quick. What's going on, Muhammad? Welcome in. "44 likes. That's awesome, guys. Thanks. It's not bad. Got a little ring there, but it'll be alright. I'm not hating that, guys. It's looking pretty good. I like it. Let's do let's do this. We'll give that a couple minutes. We're going to take this off the lathe and do the next bowl. Here's the next one. Now this is the one that has a hole. Check this out. See, it's got this hole right there. That's why I never finished the cutting board, because of that. So let's make another bowl, y'all. Or a shallow dish. Some might call this a bowl, some might call it a dish. I think these would make a very pretty catch-all. What's up, David? How's it going? Mike D in the house. Taking too big of a bite. Let's get the other rest on there. Mike D, what are you up to this week, brother? Pamela Berry, hello, hello. That's awesome, buddy. I did a craft show this weekend, was kind of a bust, but I made a business connection and already sold something to them, so that's always good. All right, so there's still a flat spot, so we're not done shaping yet. Uh-oh. All right, I'm kind of digging the shape. There we go. I like it. Yes, it does. Well, it's still not round there. Yes, it does look like a pie dish. Don't judge me. Alright. Looks like a quiche dish, right? Oh, we got a little tear out back there. Exactly. I'm not hating it. Okay, I'm down with it. I kind of dig it. You know, it's not too bad. It's a little wavy. I think we're going to do something with it. There we go. So it's got kind of a little something, something. There we go. I like that. All right, let's hollow it out. Hey, thanks, BK. Whoopsie. Let's get the hollowing. Here's that one we put alcohol on. Guess what? Bingo. Now we got to scrape that off. That's the fun. That bowl's going to be gorgeous, y'all. Let's go up just a little bit. Hey, Printer Matt, what's up, man? Hey, where's everybody watching from? I am in Oklahoma in the United States. Chicago, Ohio. All right. Hot apple pie and vanilla ice cream. I'm down. Port Townsend, Washington, Canada. Is that Quebec? Is that Matthew? Yeah, printer Matt. That's Matthew. I was like, man, that sounds like Matthew's. Maryland. What's up, Brett? How you doing, man? Penna. Concord. All right. Ignacio. Hello. All right, Long Island. I've been to Long Island on a business trip. Glad you guys are here. Oh. The great state of confusion. I just don't agree with taxing people to pay for other people's crap. So. I know, right? It's getting dirty, man. It's getting dirty up in here. That's looking good, though. Wow. I'm taking too big of a cut. Let's see how we're looking. Dang, that's messy up in here. Still got a ton of tear out, man. I don't like that. Well, that could explain it. I'm not in there very well. Yeah, I haven't seen Matthew in a while. Oh! Well, the glue gave out. That sucks. The glue gave up. Huh. Well, I think we're going to save that as is. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if I want to re-glue that or not. I don't know what I want to do with that. But here's the first one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save that or not. I might try. Now we got to scrape this glue off and sand it, put some finish on it. Here's the hard part. I don't have a great way to hold this other than clamping it. Let's see if it'll scrape off. Let me get my heat gun. A heat gun will make a big difference. And it'll just scrape right off. Now we just got to sand it off real quick. And you'll go through a sheet of sandpaper because it really picks up that glue. All right, let's put some finish on this, y'all. Put some of this B-Nuba from Bumbleshoots. If you want any, I've got a coupon code on my YouTube channel. there's a link to it. You get a discount. I forget what kind of discounts you get. I think it's 5 to 10%, something like that. Big Max, what have you been up to, Marcus? Sorry, I'm saying Big Max like it's the old name. Oh, yeah, baby. Man, look at that ash. That's great. That's why I was getting all that tear outs, because you have this crazy grain direction. But man, that is gorgeous. Can't wait to flip this thing over, y'all. Look at this. See that quilting? Man, that is gorgeous, y'all. All right. Hold yourself. Here we go. Oh, man. I did all right. Oh, I got some crap on this. What the hell is that? I got crap on this. Where'd that come from? Hold on. I don't know what that stuff is. You never know on my table. I got some bull crap. Nah, heck no. Nah, I don't know what that is. Some junk. Gotta get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what that is, dude. I'm gonna have to resand it. I think I'm gonna have to let my wife come out here and go shopping in the pile of bowls I have. You know, I tell her, I said, hey, I made this really cool bowl. She goes, yeah. It's kind of like when she tells me she made a quilt, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, that's cool, that's nice. She does quilting and I do woodworking. That's actually how I got started woodworking, is making quilt ladders for her quilting friends. Man, that's a pretty one, guys. What do you think? Thanks, Billy. I dig it, man. That is gorgeous. That's a nice one. Okay. I'm digging that, man. I gotta get a paper towel. So, the question is, do you think we can save the other bowl? Thanks, BK. I like it. That is really cool. Let's go grab that other bowl. So here's what happened. I got dust everywhere. So on the other bowl, this is what happened. The glue, I was cutting too deep. We were almost done, and it came off. So now this is the one that came off this, and this is wider. So we're gonna try it again and put the wider version. That means you get more glue and glue surface. Oh yeah, it does look like curly maple, but it's curly ash. Yeah, I've been saving this. Check this out. Here's a piece I've been saving. Can you see the curl in this piece of ash right here? All that is curl. All that is a piece of curly ash. The rest is pretty generic. But yeah, I saved that piece specifically. I made a table a few months ago, and I noticed that piece, but that has a lot of curl. Fiddleback ash, I haven't heard of fiddleback ash. I don't have a clue. Man, it's gorgeous. Honestly, this is beautiful. Look at that. That's just, you know what's sad, guys? When I sell a few bowls, like this spring when I was doing my lives, I sold a few custom bowls, but I don't really have a place to sell things like this. But man, that's just, I don't know, it's gorgeous in person. I don't know. Maybe I should try to sell it. Get on, I don't know, Marketplace or something. So, the same thing here. We got to scrape this off. Let me get that heat gun again. Oh, that's a good idea. A pharmacy, huh? There we go. Okay, it came up. All right, so that glue gun trick works really well. Yeah, the clamp's okay, Todd, but once you put pressure, it doesn't work well. You really need a stop. Part of my problem is, Todd, a few months ago I got this new piece of laminate. I don't want to put holes in it. Like if I had a bench dog right there, it'd be perfect. I'd put a couple of bench dogs and it would hold really well, but I don't know. Maybe I need to try my hardware store. So all I do, I've got the center marked and I just line it up and eyeball it. It should be close enough. I might have to re-true up the outside. And I'm going a little extra heavy on the glue. But you can tell we have more glue surface too because this is a wider, whatever this thing's called. Mount, whatever. All right. So that will take about 5 minutes. So sorry, you're gonna have to sit here and listen to me talk. So here's that raised candy lid we did earlier this week. This is off of, this is leftover laminate flooring or countertop, laminate countertop. Oh crap, I got some hot glue on me. Oh, that's hot. All right, screw plate, thank you, Matt. Ahmed, how are you, sir? All right, so we're gonna let this set up. This takes 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. You know what? I just noticed something. I bubbled up on my hand from earlier. You know, I was turning that Osage orange today, and it created a lot of heat and friction, and it created a blister on my hand. Ouch. So here's one of the maps I did today. I'm meeting a customer tomorrow. They're picking this up. This is one of the local maps in Oklahoma. I make a lot of lake maps this time of year. So this is what I make with the laser. On my bigger frames, I'll show you one of the bigger ones we're making. And then here's a 24 by 36 frame. I just glued and nailed it tonight. I'll rabbet out the sides and then put it with plywood tomorrow, and then tomorrow night I'll pour epoxy. And so Saturday I should be able to finish that one. It's a process with these maps. It's probably a 3-day process. But I have fun with them, and they're a good money maker. If you guys aren't aren't making maps and you have a laser, reach out if you want to learn how to make maps. I'll show you how. Yeah, so let's get back to it. I think this is probably dry enough. So, because we're just going to hollow it, but we might have to true it up. So let's go. Let's go back over to the lathe. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's go. It did get a little dinged up, so when it hit. It's okay. It still needs trued up. I think we're gonna try to hollow it anyway. Let's try. Because I'm gonna take it real easy. Remind me to go really easy. I don't want to do heavy cuts. Yeah, exactly, Todd. Yeah, I'm way over here, man. The danger zone. Yeah, I'm taking it easy. Thanks for the reminder, though. Yeah, I know. I thought of that too, Matthew. Man, it's so... Oopsie. I got this nick, but I don't think I can do anything about that. Maybe. Let's try to get a little better. Oops, sorry. Pretty wavy. You never close your eyes. Alright, I think that's going to be as good as it. It's a little wavy. I'm going to try to fix this outside, and then we're going to sand it and put some wax on it and call it good. I got that little chip out right there. Actually, that's pretty deep. I don't know that I'm going to be able to fix that. Huh. Todd, what do you mean shear scraping? You know what? I'm still learning on sharpening the scrapers. I'm not great at it. Yeah, man, it's got that nick right there. If I try to fix it, I think I'm going to make it too thin. Oh, man, jacked it up. Yeah, dang it. Rest low, tool high, light touch. Huh. I might have to try that next time. I know what you're talking about now that you say it. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go with that. Let's try that, what you're talking about, though. I know what you're talking about. I haven't done it a lot here. Let's try it. I can't get crazy low is the problem. Yeah, I can't get like ridiculously low. Yeah, I don't know that I can do that. Well, I hate to leave that so dang wavy. That's better. what I just did, but it's still, man, it's so rough in the center. That sucks. It's just a bowl. See if that's any better. Okay, that's better. Okay, I can live with that. We're just gonna have to definitely sand this with 80. And you know, it has beautiful grain, but it's all direction, so that's kind of normal. Slow that down to 600. Here's some 80 grit. What's up, Rich? How you doing, buddy? Rich, when you putting out a new video, man? I'm gonna have a laser video out next week. Now let me ask you guys a question. Next week I'm doing a review video on a laser. What questions would you have on a laser to help you as a hobby or in your business? That's awesome, buddy. I need some help, brother. It takes me way too long to put out a video. The ventilation. That's very important. Okay, so how do you clean it in the ventilation? Yeah. It's looking better. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's do it, man. I'm digging it. That's good enough for me. Let's get the alcohol. This takes about 5 to 10 minutes to break the glue loose. Don't be stingy with it. We'll give that about 10 minutes. And I'll go show you what the other one looks like. Hey, Rich, here's one we just did, brother. Check that out, dude. This was an old cutting board. It's been in here for like a year and a half. It had a hole in it, and I never filled it. So I thought today on the live we'd make a couple of little bowls or catch-alls. Man, that grain is just gorgeous. Not bad. This is what it's all about, guys. This is what got me into woodworking. Liking to see, man, just see a piece of wood come to life like that. So, whoo, man, 94 likes. Hey, guys, smash that like button for me. Let's get up to 100. Thanks, Rich. How many pins you make this week? I haven't made any of those in a while. Then Rich, here's a, we made this earlier today. Little zebra wood. 25. Fiddleback ash. Okay, I'll have to look that up, man, because gosh, man, it's amazing. I love it. I wish I had a whole bunch. Then here's that Argentinian Osage orange. Like the color of that. Thanks, y'all. 95 likes, all right. You know, I made a bowl. I had a chunk years ago, and I've made one bowl. I think I sold it at a craft show. So this is only the second bowl I've made with it. But I'll show you guys. I was telling people earlier to find scrap wood. Look on Marketplace. But I got that piece, and that piece left over. That was just, I need to make something out of this. That'd make a couple of, like, probably 3 nice looking boxes. But I just haven't done it. But yeah, that Osage orange is pretty. Let me show you my mallet that I made with it like 5 or 6 years ago. This is Osage orange, but it darkens up. This is a buddy of mine gave me a piece of Osage orange like, I don't know, probably 7 years ago, and I made this. So, pretty awesome. All right, so let's check on, oh, look, it fell off. I didn't even notice. We were talking. So, look at that. That alcohol popped that off. So, let's do our magic and scrape this off and put some finish on here real quick. That is awesome. Yeah, we're going to have to still do our heat gun trick because I don't want to. I cut myself a few months ago doing this. I don't want to do that again. It hurt. This thing's like a big old blade. Come on, buddy. Thought I got it plugged in. There we go. Gonna scrape it off, get it to the side. All right. Figured out what that black stuff was. It's some paint. I had some paint right there on the table. I forgot about that. What's up, guys? Yeah, hot glue mushroom. There's a discount code in the YouTube, on my YouTube page if you're interested. Man. Loving you. There's that nick when it came off the lathe, but oh well. Man, it smells so good. Gorgeous. Yeah, they're flat. Man. I'm not hating it, y'all. Those are beautiful, y'all. Man. Tell you what. I gotta get a piece of sandpaper and get that paint off this one. That is fantastic, y'all. I think these would make excellent catch-alls for your keys. Well, thank you. I think they'd make great catch-alls for your keys or something like that. Here's where some of that paint is. I didn't know what that was earlier. I'd sprayed paint. I usually don't paint in the shop, but it was cold. And I had a project I needed some paint on. It happens. I mean, you know. There we go. Man, oh man. A pie plate holder. There you go. I actually told my wife's family, we saw them this week. We're doing Thanksgiving with them. And I told them I'm going to bring some bowls, and my wife's going to bring some quilts, and they get to just pick what they want. Gosh, these are gorgeous. I like both of them, y'all. We're just wiping off the extra. Gosh. Potato chip plates. Billy, Billy, Billy. I don't know, man. Maybe. They're gorgeous. Check these out. They're... I would have you know, I went to this big show a few weeks ago. Did great. My main thing was selling maps, and my other buddies sold like cutting boards with epoxy, and but there were other wood turners at the show, so I couldn't sell any of my wood turning, and I have like 2 or 3 totes. But yeah, my wife gives away quilts to family members. Like if someone has a baby, she'll make a quilt. So hey guys, awesome. Thank you so much. We got 102 likes. Thank you guys. Whew. All right. I'm calling it a night. Thank you guys for showing up, for hanging out. Tomorrow I'm going live. I need some ideas. BK, what do you want to make tomorrow? Come on, give me some ideas, girl. We made 4 bowls today, and all 4 of them were great. But honestly, I think these two are my favorite from today. That grain is just amazing. So, hey, Biro, how are you? So, got all this dust. I'm going to go take a shower, get a drink of water. But I'm definitely, ooh, you want to make boxes. All right, BK. We might make a box. It's kind of a, it's been a while. I haven't made a box in a long time. Maybe we make a Bible box. It's been on my mind for like 6 months. Hey, if you guys want to make a box tomorrow on a live, put box in the comments. Or actually, go to one of my videos, not a live stream, and put let's make a box. If you guys want to make a box tomorrow, we'll see if we can get 5 comments. If we can get 5 comments, not on a live stream video. Yeah, go to one of my other videos, Billy, because I don't do any good on my other videos. Yeah. I haven't made a box in a while, so they're pretty easy. They're not bad. Boxers. Yeah. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Later.